Now we start recording. Hey, hi, hello, welcome back, Alexandrian Codex. The music's very quiet. That's okay. I want to show off and talk about the fucking pain in the ass Humankind map that I have now made twice over. Why twice over? Well, because I had put like 16, 20 hours into this map. I saved it. It validated, everything was fine. I went to playtest it, and it had a error report that made no sense to me. I loaded up the map to try and figure out what it was, and it just infinitely loaded. The file corrupted. So this time, I've made saves over and over and over and over and over. I haven't playtested it yet. I haven't exited the editor, because I put in another like 16, 20 hours, and God help me, I at least want to show off what I've done if it's all gonna die. So, Pangea Proxima is one of like 5 or 6 models of a possible Pangea configuration of Earth in about 250 million years. 650? 250? 650 million years. By then, because of the slow growth of the sun, the ambient temperature on Earth, or average temperature, is supposed to raise to about 28 degrees Celsius, which is quite a bit warmer than it is now. So we'll see that once we start taking a look at the biome. So, I did this by putting together, let's zoom in until the terrain clips in beautiful. I put this together by looking at height maps, guesstimates and estimates about biomes, rainfall, water systems, wind systems, weather systems, and all that jazz. Now, if you're very sharp-eyed, you can probably make out some continents, right? Like, this looks, I don't know, sort of familiar. This is very much unchanged, or very little changed. You're probably recognizing the coast of South America, right? And so you have to assume, okay, connected that in North America. California just gets, like, fucked. It starts out down here, and it just, like, splits and curves up, and this is where LA is. So, yeah, the United States gets very arid. More arid than it is now. This is all Alaska, which looks very, very cool. I don't know quite what it is about this, but I love the way this looks. I mean, it being covered in forest makes it look gorgeous, but I just made the shape. Yeah, Canada. And then we got this fantastic, oh yeah, it's Rocky Mountains are this. This is the Rocky Mountains. This is all that's left of the Rocky Mountains. Today, one of the most significant mountain ranges on the planet, right? It stretches from the Arctic Circle all the way down to the Antarctic Circle, pretty much. It is much diminished. Instead, there's this fucking mountain range that goes from southern Antarctica here, and yeah, this is Antarctica, all the way up where Antarctica and South America are crashing together, where North America, South America, and this is South Africa, are crashing together. Africa crashing into Antarctica. So you just get absolute fuck tons of mountains. This is the Atlantic Sea, or lake. This is all that's left of the Atlantic Ocean. This is all that's left of the Gulf of Mexico. The Pacific has grown. The Pacific, already large, now just gets bigger. It just gets fucking massive. Really zoomed out, you can kind of make out, this used to be South America. Antarctica's real goofy. This is East Africa, the Middle East. I mean, the Middle East is like all squeezed in here. India maintains its shape pretty well. Sri Lanka becomes part of the Indian mainland. Then stuff gets real bent out of shape here. Like, this is East Timor ends up here. Australia's real bent out of shape, but it's here. This is Indonesia, Malaysia, and like a bunch of other things all fucked up and slapped together. The Himalayas are still around. Everest doesn't like go underwater or anything. It's no longer the tallest point on the planet though. That is, let's see, over here somewhere probably. That's the guess anyway. So we got some more Africa here. Not looking so hot. It's just mostly big ass desert. Central Asia and much of what's now Russia makes out pretty fine. It doesn't really crash into anything, so all of this is pretty much the same. Japan just gets slammed into China, and it's now mostly mountains. I mean, it's already mostly mountains. China, these are the yellow seas. The rivers just kind of congeal into lakes, which is very cool. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. This is half of New Zealand. This is half of New Zealand. There's a bunch of fucking Pacific Islands out here. These are not our Pacific Islands, probably. But they're so small on the topographic maps that I was looking at that they're just little dots. They're there as filler. So last but not least, well, last and probably least is Europe. This is Scandinavia and England. No, sorry, this is Scandinavia. This is the English Isles. These are the British Isles. This is France, Germany. Spain is this mostly. Italy's down here. Greece is down here. Poland is in here somewhere. This is what's left of the Mediterranean. This is the Adriatic. This is the Baltic. I love having spent so long on like map painting games, getting to just make a bastardization of recognizable coastlines when it comes to Europe. Europe is just real bad. The coldest we get is this taiga environment here. But for the most part, we zoom out so the biomes kick in. The planet's very warm. You know, we got a temperate band up here, continental, or not continental, the words right here, Mediterranean going on here, but we have a lot of savanna, which is here in yellow. We have, or grassland, savanna grassland. We have a lot of desert, just a massive band of desert stretching across the planet. Oh. This doesn't matter. What I'm doing right now doesn't matter. The colors were set this way, so I could differentiate if I had... You're seeing all these little areas I'm clearing right now, or changing the color of right now, or changing the biome of. It doesn't matter. They're all empty ocean. Doesn't matter what biome empty ocean is. It's always exactly the same. I had to manually draw all of these in. And oh my god, that is fucking boring. That is so fucking boring. I about lost my mind doing that. So yeah, this is it. It's very, very fucking pretty. Is it balanced? I have no idea. The province or the territories are pretty big. They're all about 50 hexes each, which is on the medium to bigger side. There are 16 of each resource over the entire map. I mixed in a bunch of like points of interest, but unless I playtest, I can't tell if shit's balanced or not, because there's no you're seeing a whole lot of not tools here. This does nothing. A lot of this was rushed out the door to get the editor out when the game came out, but still, it's quite good. But I can't tell like where good city building locations are. I would have to manually do the math, knowing what these tiles are and what's on them, to figure out the deposit values of stuff in game. And I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm just gonna fucking playtest the game and go from there. So yeah. I'm gonna get out of here now, because I really just wanted to, pop in for about 10 minutes, go, look at this bullshit, I did it a second time. By God, I'm not doing this a third time. If the save corrupts a second time, I'm done. I'm done. But yeah, I will probably be back later, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow with some FTL, some more, normal content, but this is where my time is gone. So until tomorrow, or whenever, I'm gonna say toodaloo. Take care. I will see you then. Bye-bye.